Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Thursday, July the 3rd. It's a Thursday. Doug Upstone, Chirimbes and Sean Higgs coming together for a three-pack of Major League Baseball winners. And the free picks have been on a nice little run, 2 in 1 day yesterday. Doug doing God's work, filling in, pumping out the winners again. We had 2 rainouts the other day when I was here with Matt. Like a lot of rainouts on Tuesday there. So 9-2 has come to 11-3 run, 37-39 with the free picks. Again, these are the free pick videos, folks, here on the YouTube channel. And we appreciate you here. You got the notification bell on. You want to know when we talk about some Major League Baseball, soon to be college football and NFL right around the corner. But right now it's Major League Baseball stuff. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment about these 3 games. Maybe you got another game. Just as always, leave them before the games are final, please. You can't come in after the fact. Say you like a game. These are up in the early afternoon. Get them up early. Subscribe, get notified. Daily free picks, you don't want to miss out. And, of course, you want our best bets, our premium action, where the money drops out of the sky like it's a turkey drop at WKRP in Cincinnati. But the turkeys don't fly. The money just kind of sails softly into your pockets. Head to gamblersworld.net. All of our best bets. Chip, Doug, myself, premium action up right now. Here you go. Special 4th of July sale. 4 days for just the price of 3. $99. Now, we got the $99 through the Major League Baseball All-Star game, which is, I believe, the 12th, 11th, 13th. That's a great deal as well. But why not get a weekend of action? 4 days. Today's a good day. A lot of day action today, plus all weekend long. 3 for 4. 4 for 3, depending on how you want to word it. $99 though. Go get it. You want something longer, the 30-day packages. Again, I'm going to tell you to hold off 30-day packages till at least August when we get football. That's when that's the best value deal for the 30 days. Because if it doesn't show you a profit, we credit you back. But here you go. Get the 4 for 3, 3 for 4, whatever you want to call it. $99 for the weekend. Away we go. Doug, my guy, how are you? Good to see you again. We'll be talking your game up first here. We got the Brew Crew and the Mets. You know, look at this line. Mets favored, a hearty favor, too, at a 155 clip, considering they dropped 7-10 and I believe 14 of 18 or something along those lines.
Exactly.
And the Brew Crew on the flip side of that, winners are 7-10, 12-5, I think they're last 17. Katana and Peterson. Excuse me there. I look at Katana, who the Mets let him go. Talk about consistent. His entire career, 32 starts from like a 3.2 to like a 3.80 ERA every single year except COVID and the year after, which I guess he was hurt, came back. Mr. Consistency, he's catching 135 today. I want to take the Brooker. I do. I look at this total of 8, and both of how these teams are, 46 and 38 to the under for the Mets, 48 and 35 under to the Brew Crew. Would it be safer to do an under as opposed to just taking the Brewers because they're a dog and 155? I look at that line. It screams at me to take the Mets because that's a big number for a team that's struggling. Help me out here. What do you got?
Well, speaking of Quintana, I was writing this up. It occurred to me that you look at the Brewers' success rate of pitchers that are 30 years old, okay, or better, that have come from other teams. I mean, they just continually bring these guys in, and they pitch well. I mean, it's remarkable. I mean, Wade Miley comes to mind, and I know there's others, just on a consistent basis, they just win. But this is my kind of game, okay? So you got 2 good pitchers, and they're both left-handed. I'll never complain about left-handed pitching, being left-handed myself. So like that one a lot. So here's Quintana, 6-2, 3.30 ERA. Peterson, I'm a big David Peterson fan, just in general, 5-3. He also has a 3.30 ERA. As you mentioned, Mets not playing well. Brewers are. Pitching perspective kind of makes it a little tougher here. Quintana as a road underdog in his last 11 assignments, 10-1. Not him personally, but the teams he's played for. But Peterson, okay, the last 11 times he's faced a team that averages 2.75 or less extra base hits per game. He's 11-0. Okay, so those are two contrasting things here. Peterson, though, is a strong performer at home. His numbers back it up, okay, really well. You mentioned about the total on this one. Quintana, fantastic under pitcher, especially on the road. So I'm looking at this. I'm not sure who's going to win the game, but I think the Brewers will keep it close, and they are 7-2 on the run line at Citi Field. Give me the Brewers. You're going to have to pay the juice, but you're also getting a run, okay, on that, and you can win on it.
Run line money from Doug here. Brewers plus a 1.5. It is a little juicy, 155, but you're getting 1.5. Again, two teams that don't score a lot of runs. You need the Mets to win by 2. Again, they've been struggling. They haven't been winning by 1 lately when you're on a 4-14 run, I should say. So there you go. Free baseball winner here from Doug Upstone, Brewers run line. This is Doug's free pick, his best bet right now, up right now, and it's a run line route as well over at gamblersworld.net. Go get it. Chip Chirimbes, your thoughts on the Mets and the Brew Crew here? Don't bring up Harvey's Wallbangers. This is not them.
No, well, my thoughts about both New York teams are, 3 weeks ago they were both running away with their divisions, and now neither of them own first place. The Yankees are tied with Toronto, of course, and the Mets are behind Philadelphia. I like what you said about David Peterson, Doug. 4 of his last 6 starts, he hasn't given up any runs. And his ERA, like you said, is 3.30 for the year, along with Quintana's ERA is the same. I think this stays under the total with these two guys on the mound. The Mets, we know, have been struggling to score runs, but Quintana's 2-2 lifetime against the Mets. He did pitch for them. I just don't think there's going to be a whole bunch of offense here. And all I have to say about the last 3 days about Major League Baseball is thank God for the WNBA. That's it.
So you know what? I'll get into your WNBA in a second here. We wrap up the free pick here on the Brew Crew.
I had to throw it at you. I just had to.
Oh yeah, no, you're running along in the WNBA. What are you, 24-8 runs, 75%. You know what concerns me about the 8.5? Why? It's again, these two pitchers pitching well, both teams not hitting all that well as overall under teams, and it's not like these totals are like 9.5 and got adjusted down to 8.5. For this to be sitting at 8.5 and minus 120, it's like, wow. It's like they're begging you to take the under here. Like this you see 155 and an 8.5. I'm thinking this game's going to be like 8-4. When I see that number, it's well, hopefully not. I like the under and I like the Brewers, so I definitely don't need an 8-4 win.
Did the total move up on this game? Did it open 8 and move to 8.5?
Yeah, because it was 8 earlier today. Yeah, it definitely did.
8.5 right now.
Yeah, so it's going up. So
maybe weird. Anyway, listen, we're sticking with the free pick here. Brewers run line. Take the plus 1.5 runs here from Doug Upstone. His best bet at Gamblers World. Go get it right now. Game number 2, we talked about the Mets falling out of first place. The Yankees say, let me hold my beer. Let me show you how terrible I can be. Go out of first place. We won't go over for 2.5 weeks. We can't score a run. Still favored every single game for some reason when they're on the job now 3 in a row. I mean, Jay's as hot as anybody. Hello, 7-10, 10-15, underdog. It's a short number, 120. So you're taking back about $1.15 the other side of things. Total 8.5 though is what I like here, Chip. We saw last night. What was it 8-0 in the first inning? Tied up at 9 late. What is going on? This is your game. I don't want to steal it because, like me, I should say, you're a Yankee guy, so I know you're gonna have a little more to say with the Yanks, how they've been playing. Go for it.
Well, like the Mets, they've fallen out of grace as far as leading their division. The Yankees being favored here raises an eyebrow for me, Sean, a little bit, considering Toronto's 28-16 at home, and the Yankees have only won 6 of their last 19 games. One thing, oddly enough, starting on June 11th, the New York Yankees played 16 straight games that went under the total. I don't mean individually as them. I mean the entire matchup total for the game. Both teams went 16 straight unders. Now, prior to that, they had gone over 5 straight games, and since then, they've now gone over 4 straight games. So I think the over trend is going to start. Maybe the Yankees have come out of their doldrum their doldrums as far as hitting at the plate. Chris Bassett's starting for Toronto. One thing about Bassett, seems like he's always been able to produce a winning record, and yet he seems to be one of the more hittable pitchers out there. People make contact with him. He gives up a lot of runs. For example, this year, 7-4, but an ERA 4.29, and 4.29 and 7-4 don't quite equate. He is 3-1 against the Yankees with a 1.6 ERA. Now, Clark Schmidt, like I said, has pitched 4 of his last 6 games. He hasn't given up any runs. I just think that this game stays up. It's going to go over the total because the Yankees all of a sudden are breaking out. They're starting to hit the ball a little bit better. And I think Chris Bassett's very hittable. My eyebrows were raised a little bit when I saw that Toronto wasn't the favorite here. They have the same record. Toronto's at home. The Yankees 1 game over 500 on the road, and yet Toronto 28-16 at home. The number seems a little skewed to me. Maybe, I don't know why people would think that the Yankees would be such a favorite here in this situation, but I'd play this game over the total. I just think the Yankee bats are waking up. Judge has got his rhythm again, and I don't know if they can win this game, but I play the game over.
Again, last night you see them still pitch to Judge. Like, what are teams doing pitching to Judge with a chance of him to drive in game-tying, game-winning runs? Yeah. I don't get it. And especially now you're Toronto, you're tied for first. Like, you need a win. Like, why are you playing games thrown to the guy? And one last thing on Bassett before I throw it to Doug here. You mentioned he's hittable. Last year, 10-14, a 4.16 ERA, 270 batting average against. This year, 7-4, 4.29 ERA, batting average against him 272. So, like you said, he gives up hits. Sometimes he gets, his team gets a few more, but hittable, over. I like it. Over the 8.5 official pick here from Chip Chirimbes. Get his best bet.
One last.
Go for it.
Go ahead. I was going to misspeak anyway. So
I was going to say his best bet today. WNBA 24-8 run, unbelievable. 75% crushing WNBA. He missed her hoops. He was good in NBA. He's good in WNBA. Doug, no WNBA for you on this comment, but Yanks Toronto.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with the side. I mean, the Yankees should win, okay, and honestly, I get why they're favored because that's public perception, okay. So it's not just what the numbers are at the moment. My first thought was like, okay, maybe the under because Bassett, okay, at home 2.60 ERA, okay. I mean that's strong, and Clark Schmidt the last 2 months. He's got an ERA of 2.60. Talk about a guy that's an underrated pitcher. Really coming along here. But, as Chip said, 3 straight unders in this series. When the Yankees give up 9 or more runs in their next game, 23-5 over. When the Blue Jays are off 3 straight wins, 13-2 over. And if they scored in their previous game 8 runs or more, it was first one was 11-1 over. This one's 13-2 over. So, yep, I'm with Chip on this one. I'm with you on Sean. Over 8.5 on this one.
Over 8.5. It's a 3-pack. We all like it. I mean, the numbers. We look at it and we dig deep into each individual pitcher, and you're like, why is this 8.5? This guy's giving up a run in 3 or 4 road starts. The other guy saw it home, and we're staring at a big number like this. Sometimes you go against the grain. You got to look at it and be like, when it's too easy, sometimes it's not easy at all. Official free pick, Chip Chirimbes, over 8.5. Again, get his best bet at Gamblers Roll today. It's in the WNBA, and he's been fabulous. You saw his NBA run. He just picked it up. He doesn't care if the uniforms have basketballs. They're wearing them in their uniforms. It's no difference. The ball's still going in the basket for the guy. He's crushing the hoop season. So get on board with that. Again, free picks. Doug likes the Run Line Brew Crew minus plus the 1.5, I should say, over for the Yanks. Blue Jays 8. Again, these are the free picks. Premium at Gamblers World. Run Line Route. WNBA 3/7/38 packages. Go for it. 4-day for 3-day prices. $99 at Gamblers World. Enjoy. One more free pick. San Fran in Arizona. Here we go. The Arizona Diamondbacks with my guy P. Fatty, who kind of pitched him into the World Series. He's here, prime example, right? The guy's got a nice win-loss record. Look at that ERA, Chip. Approaching 6, but somehow he's got 9 wins. What are we doing here? Robbie Ray on the flip side, 2-something ERA. I think they're 13-4 in his starts. when this guy is healthy, we saw it in Toronto, we saw it in Arizona. He's as good as anybody out there. He's going to put up wins. He's going to keep you in the game, go 6+, strike out half dozen guys, give up a run or two. I look at this, though, and I got to go. I'm going first 5. All right. This is a first 5 play for me. The line is the same. But I've seen the Giants kind of struggle to score some runs at times. The bullpen is fabulous. I think that's the difference maker in this game. But if B. Fatty's going to go and give up runs like he has been, 3 innings, 6 runs, 5 innings, 2 runs, 5 innings, 2, 5 innings, 4, I can score early, not worry about a bullpen collapse, which is rare with the Giants. Giants are one of the better bullpens in baseball. But I'm up 2-0 in the 5th. I could take my sandwich. I'm going to go leave the TV. I don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. Devers hasn't hit. Chapman's coming back. This is a good Giant team. I'm taking them. First 5 here. Let's go. It is minus 120. Again, same number as a full game. Doug, what do you think? First 5 gets your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I don't mind that. And by the way, they are not my Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm in the same city. I'll go with that one on that one. And speaking of the area. Speaking of, yeah, for sure on that. And speaking of good things, by the way, 19-6 run in Major League Baseball here. So on a good run here. But the Giants, they got to 6 runs yesterday. First time in 8 games that happened. And they got the victory. That's only their second win in 8 tries. San Francisco looks to split the series with the Snakes. As you mentioned, Robbie Ray. And I remember distinctly Robbie Ray both at Detroit and here in Arizona. And the thing that always struck me about him and why he's changed as a pitcher, I mean, he would throw like 108 pitches in 5 innings. Every count was 3-2. The guy was always in trouble, but he escaped a lot of trouble. He's gotten a lot better, doesn't try to throw as hard as what he used to, and he's become much more effective. You mentioned Brandon Pfaadt on this one. Started the season 5-1 with a 2.43 ERA. Since May 1st, Pfaadt has a fat ERA of 7.25. Okay, so he's been awful. And in 4 starts against the Giants, he is winless with an ERA approaching 5. Like I say, the money line favors the visitor. The total is 8.5. And here's something. When the money line is 125 to minus to plus 125, Ray and the teams he's pitched for recently, 7-0. When the total is 8 or 8.5, Ray is 7-0. San Francisco for me.
San Fran, 2 for 2. Chip, you're going to make it a trifecta? Bring in
we might as well go for the hat trick here. I think Robbie Ray, 8-3. And like you said, Doug, his ERA is under 3, 2.75. Been pretty consistent, I think, pretty much for his career. Yeah. But your Brandon, he's 8-5. And his ERA has exploded, Doug, at 2.43 in the month of April. And when he was 5-1. And 8.1 in May. And in June already, 6.25. 0-3 lifetime against the Giants. I think the Giants are the side here, favored on the road at Arizona. A few games better as far as the record's concerned, but the fact that the Giants are favored here makes me lean that way.
There you go. All 3 of us like the Giants. Listen, I'm going first 5. You can do full game if you like. It's the Giants first 5 for me here. Everyone seems to agree. 3 free picks. Giants first 5. Yankees over 8.5. Brewers plus a 1.5. As your 3 free picks. Again, 11-3 run with the free picks of late. So we're turning on here on the free picks. Premium picks, just as well. You heard Doug's on a 19-6 run. Not too bad. I'm on the 17-8 run in Major League Baseball. You see Chip just WNBA. It's ridiculous. 25-6. This is how he started in regular NBA. Holy cow. Go get it. They're all the cameras rolled on right now. Get the 4 for 3. It's a 4-day pass. Costs you 3 days pay. $99. You're going to get multiple games, multiple days for the next 4 days, folks. So use that on any one of us or somebody else. We got a leaderboard. There you go. I mean, we don't hide from. We tell you we lose. Come on here every day, every day. Speaking of today, July the 3rd. This State in Sports. Take us home, Chip, on a Thursday.
All right, there are some interesting things that happened on July 3rd throughout Major League Baseball and sports history. One of them is that this guy named Rube Marquardt. Before there was a Carl Hubble. This is 1912. He won his 21st consecutive game, but his 19th consecutive game of the year because he had won 2 in 1911 to close the season. So when Carl Hubble came out and set the record at 24 straight, he was overcoming another New York Giant pitcher. In 1932, I think I might as well just skip that because I don't want to give that one to you. But in 1954, growing up in the 50s, I always understood that Jim Thorpe was the greatest male athlete that ever existed, considering his Olympic prowess and his professional prowess. But in 1954, probably the greatest woman athlete ever, Babe Didrikson Saharis, went out and won the U.S. Golf Open by 12 strokes. And when I say that she was the greatest female athlete, you have to check her history. She's a 3-time All-American basketball player in college at Lamar. She was a tennis champion. She went on and dominated every female sport that she participated in. Babe Didrikson, probably the best female athlete all around ever. And I remember this happening in 1966 on July 3rd. A pitcher by the name of Tony Cloninger hit a grand slam in the first inning, and he came back and hit another one in the fourth inning. You shaking your head, Doug, you remember. But the unique thing about this was, here's a pitcher that hit 2 grand slams on the same day, and those were his 5th and 6th home runs of the year. And we're talking about July 4th, right? July 3rd. So that was kind of interesting. By the way, I left out that Babe Didrikson won 3 gold medals in the 1932 Olympics in Los Angeles. In 1968, Cleveland's Louis Tiant, who ended up being what we would call a cunny thumber, meaning a breaking ball pitcher because he had lost his arm and his fastball, struck out 19 Twins on this date in 1968. And
hold on,
for the most part,
a cunny thumber.
So that's incredible. And what was that?
A cunny thumber.
The cunny thumber. That guy couldn't break a pane of glass. Well, that's what we saw nothing but a junk baller and that would throw. It was as if he was shooting marbles the way he was pitching the ball. But Mike Marshall, by the way, in this date in 1974, completed his 18th straight game for the Dodgers that he played in. And nowadays, if you go an inning or two, you're out. So that's July 3rd. And I'm sure there's going to be some big doings on July 4th. We won't be here. But, that was always used to be a big doubleheader day in Major League Baseball. And nowadays, there's teams that actually don't even play. They get the day off on July 4th. I haven't checked the schedule yet for tomorrow, but that's it for July 3rd. There's plenty of baseball out there. And there was Wimbledon action as well, but we'll leave that. I'll tell you that Bill Tilden was the first American to win at Wimbledon.
Okay. Remember that name.
I remember Wimbledon on HBO back in the 80s. I'd be at the beach. I'm like, what the heck? I want to watch Star Wars Back to the Future is not on. No, it was Wimbledon tennis at 9:00 in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full slate of games tomorrow. 4, 8, 12, 15 of them on.
It's a Friday. That's why. That's the only. Yeah. So.
And you have it. It's weird. You have an early 11 o'clock game, and you do have a couple afternoon games. You have.
But haven't there been the last couple of years teams that have actually had the day off on how
Well, it's because when it's on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, they're travel days, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or not.
Wow, but it's a holiday. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, I used to.
Baseball thinks they got. Listen, we're gonna rant on baseball and how they want to try to draw fans. Like, I mean, come on.
Attendance is up.
Why would they want to do that?
Yeah, I'm just saying from the fact of they don't schedule on a. Well, it's who cares? It's July 4th. It's still a Wednesday, and teams got.
First of all, nobody would go to a doubleheader anymore. Anyways, it's a different world, so nobody would.
I would.
Well, you and me, even though I'd end up having to go by myself because my wife wouldn't even consider it. But no, but no, I mean, but it's just a different world. Hey, I used to where I lived in Illinois, we used to drive up to Milwaukee and go see doubleheaders on 4th of July or Labor Day. It was a common thing, but the world's just different. And people, it's hard enough to get somebody for an attention span to watch an entire game, let alone sit through one.
A whole game. I can't get kids to watch a 45-minute show. I mean, come on.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're like everybody else is that you're physically there, but you're also playing with your phone. So that's just the way the world is.
But you got to admit, scoreboard watching is one of the best parts of being at a game.
Oh, sure.
I love it.
Yeah. Especially, once things get to late August and stuff like that. Absolutely.
3 guys yelling at clouds is what we do here, complaining about you young whippersnappers messing up our pastime. That's what you get at the end of the show. And recap on the free picks. Over 8.5, Yanks Toronto. Brewers run line plus 1.5 minus 155, and the San Francisco Giants first 5 minus 120. There you have it. Again, free picks here. Gamblers Real Best Bets for all of our best bets premium action. Go get it. We will see you next week. No show on Friday. There you go. Enjoy the weekend. Get that 4-day pass for 3 days, $99, and we will see you on Monday. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye, guys.
Be safe, everyone.